My name is Nicole. I'm the lead sport nutritionist for the Canadian Sport Institute Ontario. So adequate fluid intake is really important for any age in beach volleyball, but it's really important that we start kids off thinking about this because as young athletes, they're not as in tune with that thirst mechanism. And we often see in the research that the young athletes tend to get more dehydrated and really aren't aware of it. And it really can affect not only their performance, but their health. So we want to ensure that kids have access to a lot of fluid, not only when they're on court, but throughout the day. So ensuring an easy way to ensure this is to make sure that they have, a bottle of water or some juice or milk with every meal or snack. So we discussed how important it is to be eating every 2 to 3 hours. So basically by ensuring that they always have fluids with their meals or snacks, it makes sure that they're also taking in adequate amounts of fluid throughout the day. Equally important is on court. So just making sure that we give athletes time to take a break, get some water, and if they don't enjoy water, just giving them different flavors and things to add in, whether it's something like lemon or perhaps even dilute fruit juice. And when appropriate, when they're playing back-to-back games in the heat, things like sport drinks can be incorporated. We just want to save those for when they're actually playing and not when they're at rest. So athletes need to be really in tune to the signs of dehydration. So obviously thirst is the way we often can tell that, but unfortunately dehydration sets in before our thirst mechanism. So other ways that they can be aware of this is even right off the bat at the beginning of the day is just checking the color of their urine. We often say we want them to pee a pale lemonade color instead of a dark yellow. So that's a really good first way to check. And so for all of my athletes that, maybe err more towards the darker side, we encourage them then to just be really up on their fluid intake right from the start of the day. And it's a great thing to monitor throughout the day just to make sure that they're keeping on track. The other thing is when they're playing, it's watching for some of those other signs. Things like fatigue, if they're noticing they can't concentrate, if their hand-eye coordination is off, or maybe they're just not tracking the ball well. Some of those things that they may just attribute to not playing well can actually be related to dehydration. So it's kind of looking for a couple of those signs together. Other things they want to watch for are headaches, dizziness, and just overall, dry mouth or thirst obviously are additional signs. So watching for a couple of those signs all happening at once is a good way to isolate dehydration as a cause.